Alright, welcome back to another TechBiz tutorial. This is video 3 for the Python programming simulator that I'm putting together. A few things I want to work on today. Possibly having some kind of a match move count to where it keeps track of like how many moves there were during the match, and then if there wasn't very many moves at the end, it would say something like, wow, that wasn't even close, and then maybe having something about like just some general commentary in this as well to kind of do this. So I think that's what we're gonna do. If I look at my information here, we did have the wrestlers circle each other, the wrestlers size each other up. I did think of a few other things to add to this, something like saying contestant so I could say contestant 1 0 and then put a comma, or no, let's see, contestant 1 0 plus gets distracted, and then maybe a contestant 1 0 argues with the official, and then I can copy those two parts and paste this here, and then what I'm going to do is put in contestant 2 0 does that, and then contestant 2 0 again. So that might be good, and then I could say something like contestant 1 0 plus goes for the pin, but, and then go plus contestant 2 0, darn it, contestant 2 0 plus kicks out, and then I do need to close that list though, and then I'm going to copy that one more time. These are just a few things I kind of thought about, and so I wrote down on a sheet of paper for some things to add to this. Excuse me. So, alright, contestant 2, and then contestant 1 kicks out. So those are a few things there that we could try to add to this program, and it kind of goes to the pin, but Punisher kicks out. So that kind of adds a little bit more excitement, I guess, to the match. And then what I was thinking was, let's see, what was the commentary. So if I have maybe up here at the top, I could put this like after result and put commentary is equal to, And then I'm just going to put some comments in here, like that's gonna leave a mark. This one is almost over. How is he still standing? Oh, the humanity. So that's just a few things I could kind of put in there to kind of have this thing go. And so as those play through, I think what might be the best place to put this in at would maybe be something like let's see, we could put it like down here, and then we have random dot choice tie. Let's see. This would be something like we could put it in I'm kind of undecisive about this. Sorry about that. So we have our if here, and then these things happen. And then after each of these countered, we could put it something like maybe I'll go here and try something where it's like print random dot choice, and I called that commentary. So okay, so I'm gonna push play here and see how that works and if it looks normal. So we have it actually, you know, I don't really like where it says Anaconda wins by pin and then says that's going to leave a mark. So maybe that's not the best place for it. Maybe it would be better to have it before having them say when they win. So what I might do is, let's see, if I could put it in one place and not have to put it in too many locations. So what I think I'm going to do is, yeah, we'll just have to do that. So here if we have random dot choice moved contestant 2, and then they take away the points, and so then I'm just going to paste that random choice commentary right there, and then maybe down here put one right there, and then we have random choice, and then after the editing, so we'll just put it in there right before the winner is declared for each time. So that Should work. Now let's try to run this again, and we'll see how that works. Okay, so now we have a little bit more stuff going on here. So tonight's contest. All right, let's get ready to rumble. And Ancona countered Hercules' spear, and I need to work on like the grammar and that stuff later. But we have some commentary that, you know, obviously the more we add, the more random it'll be as it plays through there. But I think that this is starting to come together pretty good. Okay, now what I want to do is I'm going to put another variable up here, and I'll just put this one right before the match. So I'm just going to go counter equals 0, and then down here each time that we have this else, okay, then I'm going to go here and I'm going to say counter is equal to counter plus 1. Alright, so then down here we could put, with this, we could use just a little if statement, and we could say something like if counter is greater than we could say something like, how many moves was in this last one? So we had roughly, we could say like if there's 10 moves, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So maybe if we said something like if counter is greater than 15, we could say print wow, what a match. And then we could say something like elif counter is greater than, maybe say something like greater than 5. Then we could say print we hope you enjoyed the match. And then we can go down here to like elif counter is greater than 1, and we can say something like print, wow, that was over quickly. And then we could say else yeah, we'll just go that route. So I'm going to try this. I'm going to run play and see what happens. Oh darn it. Okay, so line 83, counter is equal to counter plus 1, and it says can only what the heck. If we go up here, Punisher versus Hercules. Oh, duh. Okay, my bad. I put stupid. Okay, I don't need that in parentheses. Now if we try that, or in brackets, I mean. Okay, there we go. Jeez. Alright, so then it says, wow, what a match. Let's try it again. What if we try switching this up to like, I don't know. Let me try one more time. Seem to be getting a lot of those, so maybe I'll switch this up, but we couldn't have it more than, yeah, let's try if counter is greater than 20. Let's try that. And then if counter is greater than 5, we hope you enjoyed the match. Okay, let's try 30 and see if we can get any more variety here. Okay, let's try 50. Okay, there we go. So I forgot up here we had hit points being up at around 50. And so if they're taking 1 to 10 for the random number each time that they win, so that will hopefully so that could be something, you know, that I can kind of play around with and seeing like how many times, you know, if I run this program several times and kind of look at the list, how can I try to get it to where there's some, you know, a little bit of variables with it, but that will work as a kind of a counter, and again that's something I'll fine-tune later. And then down here I think that's cool to have that, and I could even kind of make a random list of things to say at the, you know, at the end of that. I was kind of thinking too of saying something like say, wow, I don't know, I thought about maybe putting some kind of a comment or a print statement from like the pro wrestling game for Nintendo and saying a winner is you. So maybe we could say up here, print contestant wins by whatever. Wow, what a match. And then we could go down here and say something like print, no. So if I go here, and if you haven't played the game, like it wouldn't make sense. It would be kind of an inside joke, but wins by that, and then I'm just gonna go print a winner is you. Little Easter egg in there, I guess. Why wouldn't that? Oh, duh. Okay, so yeah, I forgot. So probably what I would do here then is, because I don't want to put that in multiple times, so then I could just go yeah, I would have to put it in each one of those. So we could go wins by, probably I should go through and actually make a defined function for this end part that I could kind of put in there. But since I'm just messing around with this, you know, it's not a huge thing. Alright, there we go. Alright, so that's actually looking pretty decent for that. If I look at the rest of this then, I could do like kind of clean this up a little bit, and I could put a imports time up here, and then like if I do something where, you know, it says are you so I'm gonna kind of put in a something like this. Alright, and then if I go down to this area where it starts, I could have are you ready to begin while you're in. Alright, and we have that there. Then like after let's get ready to rumble, maybe I'm going to go like time dot sleep, and I'm going to put in like sleep, time dot sleep, and then I'm going to put in maybe like 3 seconds right there for that. And I could put maybe something right before that as well. I could go like time dot sleep and then put in 3. And then maybe also if I try to keep all these roughly the same size, and I can mess around with that later, but we can go let's get ready to rumble, paste that right there, and then like after probably each one of these I could just put this in at the very end after the else, and we have this print is equal to counter +1, so I could after that go time dot sleep, and maybe I'll just put in like a 1 second timer on there. And then down here I could put in my print this, and then I don't know, maybe or maybe not. Maybe I should just put let me see. If I put the part on there, I might actually just put one of these above each of the win spy. And oops. Put the same thing up here too. Alright, so let's see how this looks when we run the program. So now it looks a little bit nicer here. Are you ready to begin while you're in? Yes. Tonight's contest is between Hercules and the Anaconda. Let's get ready to rumble. And so now it kind of goes through and it this one is almost over. I put after that. Okay, so I have that else on there. This one is almost over, and then it puts one after each of those commentaries. So where did I goof that up? So that's if there was a tie, so that would be this if it's greater than that. And then we have this down here if there's an unsuccessful attack oh, okay, duh. So actually I need to I don't know what the heck I was thinking. So this one actually needs to go underneath this one, and then wins by. Let's try it again now. Tonight's contest between Hercules and Anaconda. Let's get ready to rumble. And depending on how long these would be and like how suspenseful you would want to make it, you can adjust the amount of time that these wait for. You know, like 1 second almost seems a little bit too long for that. Maybe 2 or 3 seconds would be something that's kind of cool to play around with. Awesome. So that worked pretty good right there, actually. Now, there was something else I was kind of thinking about. I was going to look at my move list up here. And maybe... Oh, okay, yeah, I don't have very many moves on this thing at all. So I might add just a few more on there. So like punch, kick, spear, oops. And then I'm going to put in like throw, claymore, full Nelson, pile drive, Irish whip, backbreaker, brain buster, choke slam, could go clothesline, RKO, and I could actually make these specific to wrestlers, but that's alright. Face, bust, arm ringer, atomic drop, German suplex, and maybe like, I don't know, just slap. Okay, so that's some more moves on there. And I mean, I'm going to definitely have to go in and check and see what tense of the verb that I used and stuff, because the grammar is going to be weird. RKO'd. That's going to leave a mark. Brain bustered. So like some of those words I'm going to have to... I forgot that I already did put the ED last time we did that. So if I actually go through this and check those out, so like with some of these words, punched, kicked, speared, I don't know if that's throwed, so maybe throw wouldn't be a good one on there. Claymore, full Nelson, pile drive. So I'm going to take off some of these ones that have like an E at least at the end of it. Slapped. Okay, and then we have pin, submission, disqualification, knockout. And I don't know if I want to have something about like where if they get ambush or something like that. I don't think so. We can do some of that stuff kind of later. Alright, and so, man, I think this is actually starting to come along pretty good. I'm going to switch probably... Maybe I'm going to go like 4 and 4 for that, and then if I go down here for the time sleep and maybe try this as 2. I'm going to try this again. Are you ready to begin while you're in? Yes. And I thought about, you know, even doing like a clear screen kind of thing, but I think I like having a list of everything at the end. And that way, you know, when people are kind of looking at all this, it's like, oh yeah, you can go back and read through it when you're done or something like that if you wanted to. This seems to be a little bit better of a pace, I think, for the match. I have that apostrophe in gets. That's bothering me. I'm going to need to finish that or fix that. That's in the... Yeah, gets distracted. Okay, and then Hercules wins by knockout. A winner is you. We hope you enjoyed the match. Please drive home safely. So I think that is actually pretty good. I think it is pretty nice, actually. So I'm going to call that a stopping point for today. And probably the next thing I'm going to kind of figure out is maybe something along the lines of a roster and coming up with some kind of an actual consistent ratings set for the different wrestlers to kind of see how it works. If any of you have any ideas like how we could do that, you know, and I do want to just start off with the HP. So like maybe the HP is kind of health slash stamina kind of thoughts. Um, and then like this number, maybe the 100 would be like the offensive rating, and then maybe the third rating would be like a defense or something with counter. It could even be speed or something kind of like that. If you have ideas for that on how we can kind of get this playing around with just those numbers to get started with, you could leave them in the comments. One of my friends is a big wrestling fan, and so I'm probably gonna pick his brain as to how we can kind of create this, at least a roster, and kind of do something and have some fun with that. So yeah, I think pretty good progress. I mean, for this really being just kind of 3 programming sessions of work, you know, it's something that's kind of fun to play around with, and I'm excited to see how it continues out. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.